Budding stuff.
I'm going to give a holiday spirit ka-chow, but it has nothing to do with my records this week.
Can you give us a holiday-themed ka-chow?
Jingle, jingle!
There we go. Jingle, jingle, everybody. This is Sports Stuff, Betting Stuff, the #1 sports betting podcast coming out of the Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff Enterprise. I am your host and the original Degenerate, Muff.
Hello, Muff.
Hi, Muff.
Hello, friends. Hello, friends. Joined alongside the Ohio Homer, the Ohio Degenerate, and the capo of the Midwest Crack House, Jim.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
And last for this evening is the medical degenerate and another half of the original Degenerate Crew, Alex.
That's me.
Those that are loyal listeners will notice that we are without one of our members, the Cleveland Degenerates. He's just another degenerate from Cleveland. Neme is at a office holiday party.
Oh, I'm sad. I really am.
You know what they say? What happens to at the office hospital party stays there, or the office hospital party, office Christmas party.
You kind of botched it.
Office Christmas party.
Good try, Alex. Good try.
Hey, before you get going,
yeah.
And we usually save this for the regular show, but it happened today. T's and P's to the family of Greg Biffle, who was in a plane wreck today and died with his family. Greg Biffle's a NASCAR, was a NASCAR driver, won a bunch of races, but it's very sad that he passed away with his family in a plane wreck. But Greg Biffle also was a huge humanitarian during the hurricanes in North Carolina, or the hurricane, tornado, whatever you want to say, the tragedy in North Carolina last year. Spent a week in his own private helicopter traveling around, saving families, getting aid to families. He also did a lot of other humanitarian stuff. He did a lot of work with drivers who are coming up in NASCAR. Just an all-around good freaking human, beyond just being a NASCAR driver. And it took me by shock. Like, I was stunned. It's sad. It's always sad when somebody dies, but it was sad because he was a good dude, just a solid dude. So, T's and P's. Sorry, I'm about to take that over. Sorry, bring.
Oh no, that was on the agenda. Like, I'd already pulled that for the regular show.
This is one of those that got
definitely.
Me, you know what I mean? Like, I
definitely
went over to Twitter and I was like, damn.
So, and I don't like to make these comparisons because I don't want like elevated status of one person's situation over another. Would this be somewhat like a Roberto Clemente of NASCAR? I mean, maybe not the status of like of the player,
no,
but the humanitarian aspect, because that was
yeah, for sure. definitely an all around just good dude. Like Cletus, I don't know if anybody knows Cletus. If you're on Twitter, Cletus made some waves when because he's a YouTuber who made a NASCAR race. I think we talked about him once. But Cletus had Biffle come to a couple of his YouTube things, and Biffle helped him learn how to drive. You know what I mean? And like, for him to take the time out and just devote time to a YouTuber was cool. And he gives a lot of advice to people, and it was just an all-around good dude, family dude, wasn't a cocky guy, he would be somebody Alex would like. You know what I mean? Like, just an all-around good dude, solid dude, didn't carry the big sponsors, wasn't a very commercial guy, just a solid individual, could drive the hell out of anything. Just a good dude. He would be an Ohio Valley kind of guy.
Okay.
There you go.
Just solid guy.
That garners favor with me.
Yeah.
So T's and P's to the Biffle family, and I think there were others that were impacted in this as well. So
I can't figure out from the news reports beyond him and his family, like the connections with those other people in there. And hell, they were still trying to figure out who all was on the plane besides his family. They were saying there were some on there in the initial reports, and I haven't. Like I said, I was at work and I saw it come up. So T's and P's to everybody involved.
Indeed. So let's get into, why don't we just do this? Let's get to our tokens, our totems, our items of good luck let's get into those to start out. Let's start this week with Jim.
Damn, Muff. You got
That
me
may
on-
have been preemptive if he's
There
searching.
we go. I have my 3 magical coins, my magic genie lamp, and the Ohio State hat with the state of Ohio flag on the bill.
There we go. I'll go next. I got my Sugarlands hat, signed by the Moonshiners, telling me to shine on. So I continue to shine on, or at least improve my shine status in the betting world. And then for anybody that's ever watched us before, the moment you've all been waiting for as we start the show, Alex?
The green flag of victory and Christmas. Bum, bum,
It's a washcloth, right?
No, it's not. It's a green flag of victory.
Green for money, green for Christmas, and hopefully green for winning bets this week for Alex, which is not the case that we will get into shortly. So everyone who has never listened, we get into it's last week's best bets, our specialty picks, and anything else we've got going on. The road to 272, bowl confidence, which I think we'll stay away from this week because there's not much to update on. And somebody may still be alive in the survivor pool.
Well,
the pool may be done, but there's still picking going on.
One person playing.
Somebody may still be alive. Before we get into all of that, we need to remind everybody that our exclusive betting app is FanDuel.
FanDuel?
FanDuel.
FanDuel.
I saw him doing the whole like Toro thing with the green towel of victory.
Flag.
On guard. On guard.
A duel.
I smite thee. I challenge you to a duel. All right, so let's get into last week's best bets. The winner last week and the overall winner at the moment, Jim.
So, what do you mean overall winner at the moment?
That's true.
The
At this
Bears
moment,
won
you are.
Against the Browns.
And covered.
7.5.
Okay.
The Texans won, covering 9.5 against the Cardinals. The Steelers won, covering 3.5 against the Dolphins. And the sole loss, the Patriots, lost, getting the +1.5 at the Bills. Big sad. But brings my overall record, or my week record, to 3-1. Overall record 53-42, and that stupid 2. Winning percentage 546.
That is it.
Which I don't
I was next
understand. Like, you tell me the 2 is in there. It's math, I'm sure. What would my record be if it was out?
What would your winning percentage be if it was out?
Yeah.
Just divide 53 by 95, Jim.
But how does that, what does the 2 do?
It makes it 53 divided by 97.
Oh, okay. 53. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thank you.
Yep. There we go. I was next this week. I went 3-2, bringing my overall record to 52-59 for a 468 winning percentage. I'm climbing ever so slowly week to week. My wins this week were the Texans covered 9.5 against the Cards. Chargers Chiefs was under 43.5, and Vikings Cowboys was over 47.5. Offset by my losses, the Commanders Giants did not stay under 47.5, and Troy did not cover 3.5 against Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State won that game outright. Again, 3-2, 52-59 for the season. Next is Jim's emotional support human, who's not with us this week, Neme. So in honor of Neme and Neme being your emotional support human, Jim, I would like you to give us Neme's breakdown.
So his losses, we'll go with losses first, and my boy on the high side. He lost the over in the Boise versus Washington game. He lost the Giants and Commanders game. Giants failed to cover the -2.5. And he lost the Cowboys game. The Cowboys did not cover the 6.5. But he won. He won the Texans -9.5. And he won the Steelers game. So he was 2-3 for the week. He's 48-44, still a winner. with a winning percentage of 523.
And last, the green flag of victory did not represent victory this past week, Alex.
Well, I did not have a good week, but I did win one. The Chargers won versus the Chiefs. I had them plus 4.5. However, I lost the rest. So Army versus Navy, I had Navy minus 6.5. That was a loss. I had the Commanders Giants under 47.5. That was a loss. I had the Colts at the Seahawks minus 11.5. Unfortunately, Old Man Rivers played him close. That was a loss. And then Old Dominion versus South Florida was a spanking. And South Florida minus 6.5 did not cover. So that's a loss as well.
So I have questions before
Okay.
we move on to the next specialty stuff. One, Muff, why do we include my 2 ties? Like, why is that your stance? I just need reasoning. I'm not arguing. I just need reasoning.
You need me to say this again. Okay. You
Yeah.
need reminded.
Yes.
Because this is a winning percentage, not a not losing percentage.
Right. But why does that matter? Why is that a thing for you?
Because from the start, we always said this was our winning percentage.
Okay.
So that's the calculation. If we were doing units
that way.
Right. We've always said it's our winning percentage, and that is the reason why. If we were doing units, like if we were tracking units up, down, those 2s would do nothing towards units because it would be a dead bet. It would be
Thank you.
a push, right? So you just get your money back.
So I have another question.
Yeah.
It's deeper, and this is for both of you. We've been doing this for, I want to say 2 to 3 years.
Alex and I have one more year on how many years you've done.
Right. That's why I'm saying we. I want to say 2, 3 years since Ohio legalized it.
Correct.
So you guys have throttled me or done well way higher than me the first 2, and that's why I say it's 3. And then this is the 3rd year where I've made a significant jump on you guys. Do you believe the road to 272 is why I'm making a jump? Like, your focus is split and you're not having a lot of attention towards the best bets. And that's why you're not doing so well in the best bets.
Alex, you can speak to that first.
I don't think so. There are more games in the road to 272, so I think that does draw my attention more. But I'm usually, in order to make my best bets, looking through my road to 272 and picking what I'm most confident in out of that and putting them in my best bets. I don't know. No, I mean, I think there's more stuff to think about. But
yeah, I won't say that it's really creating any challenges for me. I think that it may make me think more and lean more towards NFL betting as far as my best bets. But I think if I'm going to look historically, I've probably done better in the NFL than college anyway. So that should theoretically help me. I'm just picking the wrong games to toss in my best bets this year from the NFL, right?
From a show perspective, my opinion, we're not getting the deeper knowledge that we got in the previous years. The weather, the home versus away, the trends. And I feel like you guys are attacking, and I like both. I'm not trying to make a change. But the knowledge bombs we used to drop are not as frequent, but the betting action is more. I'm cool with either way. I just contend that maybe I'm getting a run. I don't think it's my talent. It's basically what I'm contending. I'm not winning based on talent. I think I'm winning because you two have you're divided elsewhere.
I would contend that I didn't win in years past because of talent either, if I'm being truly honest.
To be honest, there is a bit of luck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that while the information may not be out there, I'm not going to say that that is the reason why I had done better in years past. There's just more information to share.
Cool enough. Thank you.
All right. That brings us into last week's specialty picks. First, starting with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow, pow, pow.
It's a winner. We took the Texans to cover 9.5, hosting the Cardinals, elevating the hit stick to 9-7 for the year. We're back in a better spot as far as the overall win-loss record. We don't keep track of units here, just a win-loss. So we are above 500 and really in a good spot. I'm not going to say to stay above 500 for the rest of the year, but the odds are with us in this case.
We need like one more.
It depends on how far we take this into the NFL playoffs.
Oh, that's true. Good point.
Yep. Next in the swift kick to the Killer Trap, Dick Risky pick of the week.
All right, Alex. I can see how this is going to go. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Okay, I have one more day to get through finals week, and I'm answering a time-sensitive email. I will be full disclosure.
Tell them to suck it up. If you don't know it now, you're never going to know it, right? That's what the teacher said to me.
May not be teacher related, Jim. We took the Chargers money line at the Chiefs and gave the swiftest of kicks to the Killer Trap, Dick. It was a winner.
Honestly, I don't know why you aren't giving out bonus points for watching the show. You both are screwing up. Extra credit if you want.
I don't really necessarily want them watching because then there's a censoring aspect that I would have to start doing.
Yeah, Jim, do you tell your clients before you lock them in? Hey, bonus points. We'll take 0.01% off that interest rate.
For watching the show, I would.
0.01% off that interest rate.
Oh, yeah, I can't do that. There's some way legal things to that. There's like laws.
I mean, it's all for the show. It's for the good of the show. The risky pick now 6-10 for the year. Again, we keep improving that. If we were keeping track of units up and down there, we're probably around even money, maybe slightly up, depending on some of the odds on these risky picks. Next in the Buddy Lay Parlay.
Yippee!
Oh, boys, we was close. We won 3 of the 5. We made it to the Sunday afternoon games. Still alive.
That's it. I mean, that's the point of this, really. We're not going to win a bunch of them, but to be alive in the end is exciting.
Yeah. We had the Texans covering as the hit stick pick. The Bears covering. Jim, that was you?
Yeah.
That was Jim. I had the Chargers Chiefs under 43.5. We made it to the afternoon slate, and unfortunately, Old Man Rivers put the nail in the coffin. Alex had the Seahawks to cover, and then Neme had the Cowboys to cover in Sunday Night Football. So we didn't make it. We didn't make it out of the afternoon. If we did, we wouldn't have made it out of Sunday night.
I was just really glad that the last leg didn't win at that point, so I didn't have to eat it by myself.
It's probably better. And last in our specialty picks in Jim's Super Dog. Was not super. We had Colts money line versus the Seahawks, which looked really good with about a minute left. And the Seahawks came back and ruined the Super Dog. All right, moving on to, let's go to the road to 272 bets. Alex,
are you going first?
I don't know. I don't know what you did in week 15.
I put week 15 in there.
I don't see it. It is week 14.
Oh, I put week. I'm sorry, that's a typo on my part. I put week 14 twice.
There you go.
I was like, I did. I was bad. That's why I assumed. Yeah.
Well, you were bad. I was worse. So you get to go first.
Oh, I didn't look at yours. I just assumed that I was bad. I mean, yes. So I was down 2.76 units in week 15. That brought my overall record at this point is 98, 92, and 2. But the only positive is that overall I am technically still in the positive at 0.058 units up. So not negative is not negative.
You had to take 3 decimal points there, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna just be like, oh, I'm even. I'm up. Not big, but I'm up. Damn it.
All right. Yeah, my week 15 in the NFL was not good. I was 6-10, down 4.57 units, bringing my overall record to 114-10. down 6.67 units. So going to make some recovery here in these last few weeks to hopefully get within my -5 or better threshold. In surviving, I'm still surviving. My winner last week was the Eagles. They were victorious, which means I'm going to continue to week 16. Continue on my path to see if I can take this through the end of the regular season in the NFL. So, with all that being said, let's get into this week's game starting in the NFL. Thursday Night Football, as we're recording live here on YouTube. Rams -1.5 at Seahawks, over under 44.5. What's our live look in here?
That's a good point. Where's Nate?
7-3. 7-3 Seahawks at the moment.
Oh, nuts.
Staying away.
Well,
I don't
if you didn't lock it in before the show, Jim, I think you have to stay away. In the road to 272, Alex and I both locked in Rams money line here.
Did you lock it in before the show?
Yes.
Yeah, I locked my bets in like 2 days ago.
That's fucking honorable, boys. Proud of you.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
I
usually lock my bets in on like Monday or Tuesday each week.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So Jim's staying away. He did not have anything coming into the night, so he's going to stay away from that. So maybe we'll give an update at the end of the show here. We do have Saturday NFL football starting this week. First and Saturday with the Eagles favored by 6.5, traveling to Washington to take on the Commanders. Over under 44.5 points.
I'm going
to go Eagles -6.5.
Is that what you said, Jim? You're leaning that way?
I'm thinking about it.
All right. I also am leaning the Eagles 6.5. That is what I've locked in. So that's the lean I went with. Just can't trust the Commanders week to week right now. Yes, they have Terry McLaurin back, but it's kind of spotty right now with Mariota throwing the ball. So give me the Eagles to cover in a game for them that still means something. Packers favored by 1.5 at the Bears, over under 46.5.
Give me the Bears money line here. I think in Chicago on a Saturday, getting into wintertime, the Bears have been rolling. Bears money line.
Jim?
I don't think that's a bad call.
Yeah, I'm also on the Bears money line here. Packers just got Christian Watson back last week, or within the past few weeks, I should say. Christian Watson now out. Micah Parsons out for the season. So I think the Packers lose a couple key pieces, one on each side of the ball. Bears still rolling. I think that's enough for the Bears to get this done at home in a division matchup.
I got a question.
Yeah.
So Neme put in his picks based on what lines? Because some lines have moved. Which ones do I take?
Neme just gave me his picks, so he got the line at whatever he got it at.
So I'm okay taking it at a different line than Neme, right?
You can look and see if the FanDuel line has changed since I put these in, which may be true.
It has.
Yeah.
Is that
so,
okay?
Yeah, you can take whatever the current line is, because again, I put this together a couple days ago, so it's very possible lines have changed. All right, moving into Sunday football. Was it one of the games you were looking at, or is it another game?
It was another game, but I'm watching you do things. I'm going, I should check because the college games have moved.
Yeah, that's fine. Next in Sunday football, we have the Chargers at the Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 2.5, over under 49.5. Chargers going into Jerry World. How we feel about that, Jim?
I don't understand. Why are the Cowboys favored? And something, but I don't get it.
I agree, and that's why I will be on the Chargers money line here for my road to 272.
Well,
so taking another dog.
Can somebody tell me the logic?
Of which?
My logic taking the Chargers, or the logic why the Cowboys are favored?
Why the Cowboys are favored here?
Offense. I think this is
Offense
offense at home. I think the speculation here is the Cowboys are going to be able to win the shootout. And the Chargers have done well this season running the ball. I mean, that's a staple of the Harbaugh offense. And I mean, the Cowboys are not awful against the run. I mean, over Quinnen Williams there has been an improvement over the season. I think they would continue to get better against the run. So I think the odds makers are saying that the Chargers are going to be more one-dimensional in pass offense versus pass offense. I think the Cowboys win that matchup.
Okay.
For those reasons, I'm going to go with the over in this game in the road to 272. Give me all the points here in Jerry World. Next are the Vikings favored by 2.5 at the Giants over under 43.5. Alex.
This is kind of a toilet bowl right here, if I'm being honest. But the Giants have really not looked good. Vikings every once in a while find a random weird spark. So I'm just gonna go with my gut and go with Vikings minus 2.5. I don't have a great reason.
I like the Vikings here.
Yeah, I'm also looking at the Vikings. Vikings are 6-8 on the season, but since JJ McCarthy's return, the offense has been clicking, and I think that they're able to win this game purely by the fact that they're going to be able to put up the points. I dare say that I think the Vikings are going to win by 6+ points here. I'm not going to take any alternate spread, but I feel pretty confident in the Vikings in this one. Bills minus 10.5 at the Browns over under 42.5. Jim.
This is one where I wonder what the weather's going to be, but I don't have the energy to look that hard.
I don't know that it matters with these two teams.
I don't know that the Bills put 10.5 up though.
It's Browns flush it downs.
I didn't say they weren't going to win. I just don't know if they put up 10.5 on the Browns.
We still have, for the Browns, you still have Myles Garrett chasing history, right, with his sack total. So I think he will definitely be motivated. But does that translate to the Browns defense playing well against the Bills offense? I say no. And I also know that the Bills defense is Swiss cheese. I think your boy, Jim, Shooter. Find some success in this game. I'm going to go with the over. It's going to get a little bit chillier, but neither of these teams are afraid of the cold. So I'm going to go with over in that one. Saints favored by 4.5 at home against the Jets, over under 40.5. Alex, this is the toilet bowl of the week.
You're not wrong. There are multiple toilet bowls, and I think that you're right. This one's probably a bigger toilet than the Vikings Giants.
This one's already got some dookies in it.
Yeah, it's like this one's like a throne. This is one of those old school toilet bowls that you have to step up a level to get to.
That's fair. For that reason, in the toilet bowl, I'm going to go with the under in this game. Jets starting a new quarterback. New quarterback? No, different game. That's Dolphins. I don't even know who's playing quarterback right now for the Jets. And the Saints, I would say the Saints are trending better as a team, but just give me an under here. Just give me an absolute dog shit game with not a lot of points. Jim, any thoughts here?
I would go with the Saints.
All right. Alex?
I'm on the under as well.
All right. Bucks minus 3 at the Panthers. 45.5 is that point line. Jim?
I would lean the Bucks. Gun to my head.
Alex?
This game was a hard one to pick, but I think I'm going to go with the Bucks minus 3 here. Panthers have let me down. I'm going to try to ride with them.
They have, and I agree to that. I'm going to go with the Bucks over here. I think offensively the Bucks can put up points, and I think the Panthers are going to find their way in this game. I think the rushing attack is going to do some work unexpectedly against the Bucks defense. So I'm going to go with an over here. Give me some points in this matchup. Bengals favored by 1.5 at the Dolphins, over under 50.5. This is an unexpected toilet bowl matchup with a
This
lot
is
of
like-
storylines.
Okay, this is like a toilet with a bidet, like kind of a nice one. It's not a heated seat in a bidet. Not full toilet bowl. It's not you know what, actually I take back what I said earlier. The Jets versus the Saints, that's a porta john.
Fair enough. Jim, you have any thoughts on this game?
He just blows my mind with his analogy sometimes. So I don't know what to think.
Thank you. Take that as a compliment.
Thank you. So the storylines here, we have Joe Burrow, right, being questioned. Zach Taylor, right?
Yeah.
Is that right? Being questioned as the coach. Joe Burrow, is he going to actually be playing, not just playing, but is his heart in it right now?
Is the team's heart in it?
That's not just Joe Burrow, but the whole team. And then on the Dolphins, you have Tua Tagovailoa being sat, right? He will not be starting this game.
Is he starting?
He is not. He did not starting.
Give me the
Did Muff freeze?
No, I'm here.
maybe like
He's just having a
physically.
nicotine rush.
No, I'm having I've had a cough for 2 weeks, so I'm going the under here for Tua not playing. I just don't think we're going to see. If anything, you're going to see the Bengals score points, but the Dolphins not be able to keep up.
I am going to go with the Bengals -1.5 for that reason. After watching the Dolphins game against the Steelers, their defense has a lot of holes in it. Bengals aren't awesome or blowing anyone away, but I think they have just enough, offensive weapons that they could put up some points on the Dolphins and win by at least a touchdown. So give me the Bengals -1.5.
All right. Chiefs favored by 3.5 at the Titans, over under 37.5. What kind of toilet is this, Alex?
This is an unexpected toilet. This is like you had an emergency and you had to stop on the side of the road and go behind the guardrail because you were going and you thought everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, both teams had an emergency and emergently turned into shit.
Okay. Obviously, we know Pat Mahomes out of this game. Gardner Minshew starting for the Chiefs. Titans have been bad all season. I'm just going to go with an under here. I think it's just two teams struggling to find their way. I toyed with the over just for the fact that I think the Chiefs are unmotivated. The Titans, as a team, especially with Cam Ward, still motivated to prove themselves or at least show out for the rest of the season. But ultimately, I think we're going to see not a lot of points here either. Give me an under. Jim, any thoughts on this unexpected toilet bowl?
I can't. No, I have nothing.
All right. Broncos favored by 3, hosting the Jags, over under 45.5. Jim?
I'm tainted because Noah's been in my ear about the damn Broncos all fucking week. There's been an argument in my office about who's better, the Broncos or the Patriots. So like I want to lean the Jags in spite of him, but I think the Broncos have this logically, so I'm staying away because of this whole argument in my office.
All right, Alex?
I'll give you the Broncos. I've been riding with them, and for the most part, they've done me well. So Broncos -3. Let's ride.
Ooh, you're late, but we're riding anyway. I'm going to go with the under in this game, under 45.5. I think these are two teams that are going to be feeling each other out for those first quarter and a half. Broncos strong defense. Broncos streaky on offense. They've been involved in a lot of close games. I just see this being like a 17-13 game. So I'm going to go with the under. Quick stat correct for me. I'm actually on the Chiefs Titans over 37.5. That's what I locked in. So I have to stay true to what I've locked in already. I misspoke there. Chiefs Titans over 37.5. Next we have the Falcons favored by 2.5 at the Cards. Over under 47.5. Alex?
I took the Falcons -2.5 here. I think the Cardinals are just swirling. They're getting swirlied every week.
Continuing with the toilet references. Jim?
I don't care.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Falcons money line here. So I'm not going to take them to cover, but they're within the threshold that I can take a money line favorite. Steelers at Lions. Lions favored by 6.5, over under 51.5. Jim.
I lean the Lions.
Okay. Alex.
I am going with the under here, under 51.5. I don't know what the weather is going to be like in Detroit, and the under.
All right. I'm moving on the opposite side of that. I'm going to go. You don't know what the weather's going to be like in Detroit in a dome?
Yeah, I forgot it was in a dome until I said it and was hoping you wouldn't call me out on it. But here we are.
Okay. Yeah, here we are.
Like mentally,
yeah,
Detroit Lions play outside.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to be on the opposite side of this. Lions defense has not been good. Steelers offense is, I think, going to have a good day, but the Lions offensively, I think, are also going to have a pretty good day against the Steelers defense. While it has been playing better recently, it has not been against the best opponents. I think we see a high scoring matchup here. Typically, I would say that favors the Lions in the end, which is why I'm not going to take a side on this. I'm just going to go with points and have a fun time. Next, we have the Texans favored by 14.5, hosting the Raiders, over under 37.5. Alex.
I'm going to go with the over here. And just because every time I think it's going to be an under, lately I've been taking like unders in these crap games with two. The Texans have been rolling a little bit, so just give me the over 37.5.
I've been waiting for this moment all season. When I mean all season, I mean like literally every time I start the show, I'm like, I can't wait to be like, Alex, don't do that. And you've been on point. This is my time to shine. Alex, I don't think you should do that. I think the Texans defense is tough. I think the Raiders offense is anemic. I don't think the spread, because I don't think that the Texans.
So you think I should go with the under?
I think the under.
I guess Jim does technically usually get one. Alex, don't do that move.
I think I'm going to use it, and I think this is the moment to use it.
All right.
You do you.
You know what? I'm going to show my respect for Jim as the leader right now of the best bets, and I'm going to switch. I'm going to trust him.
I'm going
to let him persuade me for a change.
We have a live switch here. Live switch. Alex making the switch based on his, I'm not going to say an emotional support human, but a betting support human.
That's what I'm just going to get. I'm going to let Jim have this. I feel like we are always trying to persuade Jim to change, and I'm going to let him be the one who makes a choice for a friend today.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, just to be clear, I don't persuade Jim to change. I persuade Jim to make bets.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do with the change. I just I use Jim's confidence against him is usually what I end up doing. I'm going to go with the big line here. I'm going to take the Texans to cover. Raiders, obviously, I don't even know who's starting at quarterback for the Raiders, right? This is the type of intel that we should have, but I don't care who it is. Geno Smith, Kenny Pickett, whoever else they have on that roster. Texans defensively dominate this game. I think it's over by the middle of the third quarter, like out of reach over, and we're putting in the second and third string by that point. Next, we have the Ravens favored by 2.5, hosting the Patriots, over under 47.5 in Sunday primetime football. Alex?
So I'm going to take.
Jim?
Jim. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 2.5 on this one. Honestly, I'm going to probably change the Superdog rules this week. And I'm going to put them in the money line dog situation, and it's going to be a 4-leg parlay, I think, on the money line dogs.
I think that's a good change to your rules there. I like that.
Thank you, buddy.
And I also appreciate that you had the wherewithal to understand that you could take the Patriots plus 2.5 here.
Thank you.
Growth, Alex. There's growth.
There is, because I am doing something similar. I'm going to take the Patriots plus 2.5 as a best bet, but in the road to 72, I will be taking the Patriots money line.
Yeah, on the road to 72, I'm also on the Patriots money line. There could be some bias in hoping that this is the outcome, because this also helps the Steelers if the Ravens lose. But I do think the Patriots, their body of work is better than anything the Ravens have put together. I think the Patriots, coming off that loss to the Bills, are ready to have a little bit of a get right spot. Give me the Patriots money line in the road to 272. And then a Monday Night Football. This week we have the 49ers taking on the Colts. 49ers favored by 6.5 against Old Man Rivers in Indianapolis, over under 46.5. Alex?
I'm going to ride with Old Man Rivers here and do the Colts plus 6.5.
Ooh, Jim?
No, I don't. I'm not going to say to him, don't do that because I've already wasted that, but I don't agree with that. I still think he can do it, so I'm not doubting him. I
think
like
he
the
can-
Old Man Rivers take, but I don't. I think that spread's high.
It may be a recency bias
Yeah, that's fair.
of saying like, well, he held it together with the Seahawks, and now it's the 49ers who are not as good as the Seahawks, in my opinion. And he's at home, and he's had more time now to be with the team, and he did a decent job with not much time at all. So I think maybe he holds it together, even if they lose by a field goal. Or I just think that 6.5. I think they can cover it.
I'm on the other side of this. Give me the 49ers to cover. Let's remember, this is Old Man Rivers, and he ain't as good as he once was, but he's as good once as he ever was. And guess what? Last week was that once. I don't see him being able to hold this together 2 weeks in a row. I think we're going to see a slight decline in his overall performance because, let's be honest, at 44 years old, do we expect him to string together multiple weeks of successful play? I just don't think that's realistic. So give me the 49ers to cover in prime time. All right, out of the NFL and into the college football world, bowls galore, including the college football playoff first round, where we are trying to crown that champion. First, in Friday football, we have Kennesaw State taking on Western Michigan. Western Michigan favored by 3.5, over under 49.5. Does anybody have a beat on which bowl this is?
Who cares, bowl?
As most of these early bowls are.
Yeah, no, I don't. Let me see if I can find it real quick. You keep talking. I'll let you know.
All right. Yeah, I have no thoughts in this game. If I was forced, I would go Western Michigan to cover. The Myrtle Beach Bowl. I would lean Western Michigan to cover here.
So would I.
Alex, any thoughts?
Not really on this one.
All right, next. Memphis taking on NC State. NC State favored by 4.5, over under 58.5 in the
Gasparilla Bowl.
Ooh, the Gasparilla Bowl. If we had to take a pick here, Jim?
I like Memphis plus the points. I hate saying that, but Memphis has been solid. They're getting the 4.5. I think the over looks nice too. I think there's going to be a lot of points, but I just don't have NC State just don't have a lot of faith this year.
Yeah, go Wolfpack. Yeah, I'd like that over. I like that over thought there. Give me a fun bowl to watch. Right, there's a lot of reasons for offenses to show out at this time in the season. Get some additional tape on there. Look to enter the portal. Get one of those deals. So we'll see where that goes. Next, in our first college football playoff matchup, we have Alabama favored by 1.5 taking on Oklahoma, over under 41.5. What is this, Alex?
I don't think it's named. I think it's just college football playoff.
It's okay. It's not till the semifinals we get bowl names, Jim?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
This is
Jim, your take.
Not backing up what my mouth says because it should be a best bet, and I should catch a lot of shit for this. My heart of hearts says Oklahoma. Plus the points, without the points, money line, whatever. I say Oklahoma. I said Oklahoma by 7. I like the under here. FanDuel is giving me a 50% boost.
Yep.
Mhm.
I'm going to take it, but I'm not making it a best bet.
All right. I like the under. That's going to be a best bet for me. The under in this game. I think we got two teams in a situation where the buttholes pucker up. I think we have a low-scoring defensive struggle here. Alex?
Oof, I think it's funny. I'm not going to take anything on this game. I don't think I can have a good enough read. I think it'll be a good game to watch, very evenly matched. But I would have probably gone the over. But I think that's just because I want there to be an over. Like I want that exciting game. Like your logic makes sense. So I'm just going to stay away from it and watch it and enjoy.
All right. Moving on to Saturday football and our next, all 3 games on Saturday in the college football playoff. First, we have the Hurricanes of Miami, Florida, taking on Texas A&M. A&M favored by 3.5, over under 51.5. I will start this out and riding the Aggies, boys. Riding the Aggies. Give me the Aggies to cover 3.5 in this game.
I don't disagree with you. I like that take.
I don't.
Mm.
I don't. I don't want to make it a best bet.
Well, we don't like it that much then.
The over is where I'm at. I think this is going to be, of the Saturday games, this is going to be a shootout. But I see Miami here.
All right. You're a Carson Beck lover in this game.
I see them come into play.
All right. Tulane, Ole Miss. Ole Miss favored by 17.5, over under 56.5. Alex, what's your read here? Anything?
I like Tulane plus 17.5. I think there's enough little drama going on at Ole Miss right now. I don't think Tulane wins this game, but I think maybe they have just enough pizzazz to get to like 10.
Okay.
I love this
Jim?
island.
I don't think that's. I think that's what the fan wants to see. I'm taking the over.
I'm with Jim, also taking the over. It is a high line, even with the turmoil going on at Ole Miss. But lest us not forget that Tulane has been a formidable offense all season. I think these teams open it up. I think this is the most fun game to watch. I'm not going to say that translates to the last possession of the fourth quarter decides the game, but I think this is going to be a good up and down the field game.
I like it.
And in the nightcap, we have James Madison taking on Oregon. Oregon favored by 20.5, over under 48.5.
So that
Alex,
line moved.
what is it now?
No, I moved it for us. That line started whenever you did these notes at 21.5. It's dropped.
Okay.
I would say that line's going to move a little bit more down.
You just think there's going to be more money coming in on James Madison?
Yeah.
Leading up to the game?
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for.
Now, as far as like the betting consideration here, is that just too many points in an Oregon team that realizes they just need to win, right? They don't have to win by 30. They just have to win.
Yeah, I think, and honestly, I think that's going to be a strategy. I don't see Lanning going in there to knock the bricks off of James Madison. I don't think that's what he wants to do. I think he understands. I think he's smart. He's got the same cocaine day thing that Ryan Day has, but he's also just as smart as Ryan Day, and I think he's going to try to save as much of his guys as he can for the next round. I think we all know he's going to beat James Madison.
Right.
If this is an upset, like this is the upset of upsets. This is history making. But I think Lanning's going to throttle it back and only win by like 14.
Okay. I mean, I can get behind that take. I'm not on this for any best bet. I would, I would lean towards James Madison plus the points for those reasons, I think that's a solid reason to consider not worrying about points scored in an over-under and not banking on the fact that, Oregon plays all 4 quarters and wins by 3+ touchdowns. In Monday football, in whatever bowl this is, Alex, we have Washington State taking on Utah State. Utah State favored by 2.5, over under 52.5.
Washington State, Utah State will be the Idaho Potato Bowl.
Not featuring a team
everywhere.
This
is
actually potatoes everywhere.
Yeah, this is actually a game that I would like to mention. Neme has an opinion on. I guess he had one on the last game too, but he likes Utah State here.
This is right up Neme's alley. This is one of those games that he has an opinion that we just don't. We just don't expect.
On, and as this usually works, if you're not on the show, you usually catch a stray. Do we think Neme's secretly a Quaker?
Ooh, that's a good thought. I enjoy these side quests.
What leads you to believe that, Jim?
Or a Mormon? I'm sorry, not Quaker, Mormon.
So I was wondering where you were going for the Quaker one from.
I was ready for it. I just thought we were going to come up with some weird
It's not from Pennsylvania.
Right. I'm sorry. I should have gone the other way. Mormon.
I don't think he is. I mean,
he's always been in Utah games.
He is a Utah stan in every way possible. All the Utah teams get some love from him, I think.
Yeah. I question whether, we know he's married. We know that much.
Yeah.
We know he has kids.
But
he has kids. Well, we don't.
Do we know if he has
another
marriage?
Right. We've never seen the wife.
Oh, we have heard from the wife, though.
We have. But is that wife 1? Wife 2?
We can confirm in his eyes it's wife 1.
Right.
Whether there is a number 2 is up for debate, I guess.
Right. So we don't know.
Well, I guess we'll have to let Neme speak for himself next week on this topic.
It's a work party, but maybe he's spending time at the other house.
I feel like we just went from calling him a Mormon to accusing him of having an affair. So I feel like we
because they're usually under the same roof in that situation, right, Jim?
Right. That's true. I take that back.
Yeah, we took quite a jump there. I think we need to go back, fact check that a little bit.
We'll just stick with he might be a Mormon.
Yeah, let's just keep it simple.
Okay. We'll keep the speculation at that and leave it, period. Tuesday college games. We have Toledo taking on Louisville. Louisville favored by 6.5, over under 44.5.
I'm hammering Louisville.
Ooh. Not that I think that you're any type of Toledo fan, but I didn't expect you to be that adamant against an Ohio team.
I just don't think Toledo's that good. I really don't. I think they're going to get outclassed. I honestly think it's disrespectful to Toledo's even in a bowl with them. Or Louisville's in a bowl with them.
All right. I have no feel in this game. If you're going to force me, I'd probably lean towards Louisville as well. Alex?
I would have leaned towards Louisville as well. I actually kicked it around, but I picked a couple other things in the college world to go with instead.
All right, boys. We've had golden content from this team in the past. Because it is the Western Kentucky
Hilltoppers.
Favored by 4.5, taking on Southern Miss, over into 55.5. In what bowl, Alex?
It is the New Orleans Bowl.
It's the New Orleans Bowl.
Which is what? Basically a home game for Southern Miss.
It is most definitely closer to them than Western Kentucky. I have no feel for this in the best bet, but I would have to go the Hilltoppers just because.
If I picked it and you asked me why I picked it, I would specifically just say Hilltoppers. I don't have anything more better to say about that.
I would lean Western Kentucky. I almost put it in there. I still may. Southern Miss is and Western Kentucky shows up in bowl game.
I'm sure that Western Kentucky has some players that they would like to see, get some higher profile looks.
Put some tape out there.
Right? Get some tape out there. Maybe get in the portal here in
Or
the
as Muff
early
said,
January.
footage.
Some footage.
Oh, yeah, now you say it.
Some footage.
Some footage.
Footage. Get some footage out there. Get some tape. Get some footage. Next, we have UNLV favored by 4.5, taking on the Bobcats of Ohio over under 62.5.
The coachless Bobcats of Ohio. I will take UNLV here.
I have a hard time with this. Very hard time.
You having such a hard time? You're gonna drink on the job?
Drive me to drink. So, OU does well in bowl games historically.
Mm-hmm.
They have talent on that team. I'm not going to bet it on the best bets because it's too far away. I don't think the coach matters. I think it comes down to who's all going to play that night.
That's fair at this point in the season, and I mean, given the situation with the coach, was he really bringing his 100% every day?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to take UNLV minus 4.5.
Ooh, best bet, huh?
Yeah. Vegas.
Ooh,
Vegas, baby. Gamble.
Vegas, baby. What bowl is this, Alex? And where is it being
This
played?
is the Frisco Bowl.
Do you know where it's being played?
At the Frisco Bowl. No.
Okay, fair enough.
I don't know where the Frisco Bowl is played.
And I didn't know where you were looking and if you had all the intel.
No,
but it is the
I'm on
Frisco
CBS
Bowl.
Sports app.
Probably
So
tough.
UNLV getting frisky in this
Oh,
one.
it is at Ford Center at the Star, Frisco, Texas.
Yeah.
There we go. Both teams doing some traveling to get to this one. All right, and the last game on this week's slate in the college world, we have JKS and Cal favored by 1.5, taking on Hawaii over under 54.5 in what bowl, Alex?
The Hawaii Bowl. This
I don't
seems
think
not
that
right.
shit's legal. Fuck that.
I agree. For that reason, I'll be taking Cal to rain on Hawaii's parade in the Hawaii Bowl.
I think that JKS definitely has the upper hand in this game, but isn't this usually played? I mean, that's Christmas Eve, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought Wednesday was
Wednesday is.
Christmas Eve. That's
what
how
is
fucked up I am.
8 o'clock game on Christmas Eve on ESPN.
Yep. So Christmas Eve, Jim.
All right.
Wednesday. 25th is Thursday. I would lean JKS and Cal in this one. Give me the 1.5. Not a best bet, but that may be a Christmas Eve toss into the betting world here. All right, that wraps up the slate. Let's brings us into our best bets. And we start with last week's winner, Jim.
I am taking. I'm taking the Patriots plus 2.5 at the Ravens. Taking the Ole Miss over 56.5, and I'm taking Louisville minus 6.5 versus Toledo.
Alex, you see what he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
3. He's scared for his record.
I know. He wants to protect it now.
Strategery.
Oh, it's almost like we did this.
Yeah, I think I'm going to consider a new rule next year for all of us, for the sake of the fun of the betting record, and it's not going to be a minimum number of games per week. It's going to be a minimum number of total games bet and best bets for the year. I don't know what that number will be. I'm gonna have to dig back into like the record books and see like what the average is that we've had.
That makes sense because like then there's some weeks where you're like, hey, I'm going to do a couple more because I feel confident, and then we can't harass him for holding off.
Right, as long as at the end of the year you have the minimum total number of best bet games.
Yes,
which I think is better for all of us in the
Agreed.
grand scheme of we can't give each other shit.
Agreed.
I don't understand why strategery in this is not approved of.
I'm not saying I don't approve of the situation. I'm saying because I think every year that somebody has won, this has been what has happened. And I think to discourage that, or at least to make you, if you're going to go balls out at the beginning,
You're like Adam
that's
Silver.
fine. I'm a players association, buddy.
You're Adam Silver. You're trying to you're not letting me have any rest time. You're not let me limit my minutes.
And how much do you watch the NBA, Jim?
Just trying to play good ball here.
And Adam Silver says, "Screw that. We need entertainment value. Get those star players out on the court, or you're getting fined." So this is me. You're right. This is me being more Adam Silver. I'm the commissioner. Listen, we need to put a quality product out there every day, every week. So we're not shutting it down, boys. So we're workshopping it, Jim. We're workshopping it. I think it's a consideration for the future. Next is me. I'm going to take, in the college football world, Bama, Oklahoma under 40.5, Texas A&M to cover 3.5 against Miami, Florida, Tulane, Ole Miss over 56.5. And in the NFL, I'm going to take the Eagles to cover 6.5 at the Commanders, the Vikings to cover 2.5 at the Giants, Texans to cover 14.5 hosting the Raiders, Patriots plus the 2.5 at the Ravens, and the 49ers minus 6.5 at the Colts. No shutting down here, boys. I got 8 games on the slate.
You better do Neme's picks. We lost Alex.
Did we?
For a second, I think he had to go poop.
That would be. He had to go to the bowl?
He had to go to a bowl.
Okay, we'll see what kind of bowl it is when he comes back. Neme, we got Neme is on the Rams Seahawks under 44.5. So that's a live game right now, which I think is 13-7. So it's probably trending on the wrong way for him. But there's still a lot of game left there. Neme is also taking the Panthers plus the points, plus 3 hosting the Bucks. Lions to cover 6.5 hosting the Steelers. Utah State to cover 2.5 taking on Washington State. And Tulane, Ole Miss under 56.5. So he's on the opposite side of what we have done. Alex is still MIA. So I will read Alex.
Disappears at a moment where we could use him.
Finals, Jim. Finals. Alex is going to be on Tulane plus 17.5 taking on Ole Miss. The Chargers plus 2.5 at the Cowboys. Bengals to cover 1.5 at the Dolphins. Patriots plus 2.5 at the Ravens. UNLV minus 4.5 taking on Ohio. And Cal to cover 1.5 taking on Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl.
You want to go to your survivor pick?
Yeah, I'll go through here to my survivor pick for this week. Week 16 survivor. I am on the Texans. I banked the Texans, and they are 14.5 point favorites. I think this may have been one of the most no-brainer survivor picks I may have taken all year. And I am glad that I held on to the Texans through the mess of, when did this start? Week 6? Yeah. Week 6 is when this started. So talk about having a good option here towards the end of the season. All right, we're going to do our best to get here in the specialty picks. First, starting with the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Pow.
Wow. What do we have? Patriots? Well, we could have a duel. We could have a double here, Jim. We could have the Patriots plus the points as the hit stick pick and the Patriots on the money line as the risky pick.
I'm down for whatever.
I don't think we've done that this year, have we?
We have once.
Did we do it once?
Yeah.
Was it when we were on the Chargers early in the year?
Yep, that's what I was thinking.
All right, let's just see if there's anything else to consider here. Neme's in direct conflict with the Tulane Ole Miss over. I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do the double dip here. First, in the Mike Allstott hit stick pick, we're going to go the Patriots plus the points at the Ravens. And in the Swift kick to the Killer Trav Dick risky pick of the week.
Shake it off.
We are going to go with the Patriots money line as dogs taking on the Ravens. All right. In the Buddy Lay parlay. Woo!
I had to think. It took me too long.
All right. Who was last? Was it Neme or Alex was last week? Alex, where are you? We need you.
I know.
We didn't even get a text message.
He just bolted.
It must be super serious. All right. Let's take a look here through Alex's picks. What did he feel most strongly convicted about? I feel like he felt good about the Bengals.
I don't know.
We're going to put the Bengals in there. And if he gets back, he can make that change because I don't think that's going to conflict with any of our bets here. Next would have been Neme. Neme gave us some considerations for this, and his first on the list was Panthers +3, taking on the Bucks. So Neme gets his first choice. Next is me. I'm going to go with the 49ers, -6.5 at the Colts. If we make it all the way to Monday, Jim, that makes this fun.
Have a payday?
Well, only if that is the last game and it wins. All right, Jim, what's your contribution?
Give me Louisville. Put Louisville in there.
All right. Jim taking Louisville, favored by 6.5, taking on Toledo in whatever bowl that is. Is that the Frisco? No, that was the Ohio that was in the Frisco Bowl. All right, Jim making some end of season edits to the Super Dog.
Super da duper. So we're gonna do a 4-leg parlay, moneyline dog parlay. We got the Chargers moneyline dogs at the Cowboys, Patriots moneyline dog at the Ravens, Jags moneyline dog at the Broncos, and Dolphins. I think I put that right. I have to go back and look and make sure.
Dolphins are the dog there.
Dolphins moneyline dog against the Bengals.
Now, I think you and Alex had an old name for this.
Yeah,
This was
the super duper parlay though.
Okay.
Because
For any loyal listeners, it used to be the Risky Baboon.
Yeah. No, this isn't that risky though. I don't
They're
think
all
so.
Are they all moneyline dogs?
They're all moneyline dogs.
That just makes it risky. Whether or not you agree that there's the risk expected there, those are all moneyline dogs.
I mean, I think the Chargers have a shot at beating the Cowboys. I definitely think the Patriots. I think the Jags have a better shot than the Chargers do. And I sure as fuck think the Dolphins are going to beat the Bengals. So really, it's the Jags and the Chargers that might let us down.
All right. Let's get into the road to 272 bets.
Did he die?
I will start.
Where is he?
I don't know. Why don't you get in the text message, see if he'll reply?
No.
I will start out to see if we can catch Alex before the end of this. In my road to 272 bets this week, I have the Rams money line at the Seahawks, right in game happening right now, which the Rams are up in. Eagles favored by 6.5 at the Commanders. I'm going to take the Bears money line, hosting the Packers. I'm going to take the Chargers Cowboys over 49.5. Vikings to cover 2.5 at the Giants. Bills Browns over 42.5. Jets Saints under 40.5. Bucks Panthers over 45.5. Bengals Dolphins under 50.5. Chiefs Titans over 37.5. Jags Broncos under 45.5. Falcons as moneyline favorites taking on the Cardinals. Steelers Lions over 51.5. And the Raiders at the Texans. Texans to cover 14.5 at home. I also have the Patriots money line and Sunday prime time. going to the Ravens as dogs, and the 49ers in Monday Night Football covering 6.5 at the Colts. Still no Alex. All right, and Alex's road to 272 bets, NFL Week 16 edition. Alex has the Rams money line at the Seahawks, Eagles to cover 6.5 at the Commanders, Bears money line hosting the Packers, Chargers money line as dogs headed to Jerry World, Vikings cover 2.5 at the Giants, Bills to cover 10.5 at the Browns, Jets Saints under 40.5, Bucks to cover 3 at the Panthers, Bengals to cover 1.5 at the Dolphins, Chiefs Titans over 37.5, Broncos to cover 3 hosting the Jaguars, Falcons to cover 2.5 at the Cards, Steelers Lions under 51.5, Raiders Texans under 37.5, Patriots money line at the Ravens, and the Colts plus the points 6.5 hosting the 49ers. That wraps up this week's episode of Sports Stuff, Betting Stuff. As a reminder, everybody, you can follow us at Sports Jim Muff on Instagram and Twitter, Sports Stuff with Jim and Muff on Facebook, on YouTube. Subscribe, comment, rate, review, poke, like, tickle.
Get the bell on.
Ding, ding. And as we head into Christmas week, a week from today will be Christmas Day. We hope that you hear all the sleigh bells, all those presents come down the chimney, and that everyone experiences a
Payday.